This is Chris with Eagles. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris with Eagles, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, March 6th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now we kick off the show with a one-on-one match, but before I talk about that match, we got to talk about a segment that apparently happened earlier today on Raw. Now, we've seen Paul Heyman pulling up with Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. So, yeah, they're the only ones that came. Roman's not with them, same for Jay. And Paul Heyman was talking about how Sami Zayn was supposed to get destroyed on SmackDown, but he escaped and everything, and he laid y'all out. But here's the thing. Here's what Roman wants y'all to do. Solo, you take care of Kevin Owens tonight. And Jimmy, you take care of Sami Zayn tonight. So yeah, that's what Paul Heyman said. But yep, that's what they're going to have to do. But then we get to the first match of the night. It was Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa one-on-one. And it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. Solo showing his dominance in this match. Jimmy Uso was at ringside for this match as well. But yeah, Solo was showing his dominance and stuff in this match. But then at one point, he runs his shoulder into the ring post and all that. Because Kevin Owens moved out the way. Owens then kicks him in the stomach, trying to hit the stunner onto Solo, but Solo pushes him. But when Solo pushed him, Jimmy Uso pops up on the ring apron. He gets knocked off the apron by Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens then turns around, hits a super kick on the Solo, which knocked him down to a knee, and then hits another super kick onto him, which sat him down in the corner. Kevin Owens then hits a cannonball onto him, climbs up the top turnbuckle, and jumps off with a swanton bomb onto Solo Sikoa. Pins him. 1, 2, Jimmy Uso breaks up the pin, which caused a disqualification. So yeah, Kevin Owens defeated Solo Sikoa by disqualification. That's what happened there. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa starts attacking Kevin Owens after the match, beating Owens down. They throw him outside the ring, start tearing apart the announce table, lays him onto the announce table, still beating him down and everything. But while they're doing that, Sami Zayn comes up, saving Kevin Owens, attacking Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, runs Solo Sikoa's head into the ring post. He grabs a steel chair, tries to hit Solo, but Solo ducks and he quickly escapes, jumping over the barricade, running through the crowd, and same for Jimmy Uso. So yeah, both of them escaped, and then Sami Zayn gets inside the ring. Kevin Owens is sitting down in the corner. He extends his hand out to help Kevin Owens up, but Owens instead looks at him and just rolls out the ring, walking away. So yeah, that's what happened there. Still building up storyline right there, but yeah, pretty good stuff. For the match between Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens and what happened after the match, I'll give it all 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a pretty good match, but I hate when they end in DQs and stuff. But other than that, that's why I give it right there. But still to come later on tonight on Raw, John Cena will be returning tonight. And yeah, just much more. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Bianca Belair versus Carmella. But before we talk about that match, there was a few segments backstage before that match. So we see Bobby Lashley, and he was talking backstage, talking about how he came to SmackDown to Bray Wyatt's home to go face-to-face with him, to go confront him. But then instead, Bray Wyatt released one of his masked guys on him, and he just had to beat him up for that and everything. And yeah, he says that Bray Wyatt is scared of him and that he should better go face to face with him eventually. So yeah, that's what Bobby Lashley was saying. But while he was talking, we see the Wyatt 6 logo popping up multiple times on the big screen and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there behind Bobby Lashley and everything. But then we see another segment where we see Carmella get interviewed backstage, and Carmella was talking about how she is facing Bianca Belair and everything, how she's going to win the match, and you know how Asuka shouldn't be facing Bianca, but Carmella should be added into that match and everything. But then Chelsea Green comes up, and Carmella and Chelsea Green starts talking. He was talking crap about Adam Pearce, which Adam Pearce walks up on the phone. He just walks away, didn't want to deal with it. And yeah, Carmella was talking about how Adam Pearce should have made that match. If she beats Bianca, that she should get added into a match, like the triple threat match and all that stuff at WrestleMania. But you know, Adam Pearce ain't doing that. But then she asked Chelsea Green if Chelsea Green would be at ringside for her and all that stuff for her match, and she agreed and all that, and that they're going to go to upper management above Adam Pearce and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what they said. But then we get to the next match. It was the WWE Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair versus Carmella with Chelsea Green at ringside in a one-on-one match. It was an okay match. We see Chelsea Green interfering a few times, like getting inside the ring, and Bianca Belair have beat her up and everything. And then Bianca gets hit with a super kick by Carmella. Carmella pins her, but Bianca barely kicking out at two. Eventually, Bianca had enough of Chelsea Green, starts beating her up outside the ring, and then gets back into the ring, but she gets rolled up by Carmella. Carmella puts her feet onto the ropes and stuff, pinning her, but Bianca barely kicking out at two. And then Bianca picks up Carmella, hitting the KOD onto her, pinning her for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Bianca Belair defeated Carmella tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, Carmella and Chelsea Green starts attacking Bianca Belair after the match, laying her out and stuff. But then Asuka comes walking down and stuff, and then spits the mist in Chelsea Green's face. So yeah, that's what happened. Bianca Belair stood up, and Bianca and Asuka staring at each other. So yeah, that's what happened there. For that match between Carmella and Bianca Belair, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. But yeah, that's why I'll give that match. And then, after that match ended, we see Kevin Owens backstage, and Sami Zayn walks up to him, and Sami was talking about, how he extended his hand out to him, and Kevin Owens was talking about how he don't want to deal with Sami Zayn, how Sami Zayn's just better off, he don't want to help Sami Zayn fight off the bloodline, he wants to deal with it himself and all that stuff, and he tells Sami Zayn that he should go apologize to Roman, because eventually they'll just, allow him back in maybe, and he could just stroke Roman's ego and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Kevin Owens was talking about. He says that he wants Sami Zayn to leave him out of his problems. So yeah, that's what Kevin Owens said, and Sami Zayn walks away. But up next, we're going to be seeing Seth Rollins and Logan Paul going face-to-face up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So, the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a segment where we see The Miz coming out, and he introduces Logan Paul. Logan Paul comes out, and then he introduces Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins comes out. So, yeah, Seth Rollins and Logan Paul going face-to-face in this segment and stuff. And they had some words to say. Seth had a few things to say to Logan, and Logan's just getting booed by like hell from the fans and everything. At one point, he's talking a lot of junk about Boston, and then the Boston crowd was just booing the hell out of him, saying "fuck you, Logan" and all that stuff. So yeah, they was just going crazy like that, and Logan just going in with it, So yeah, that's what was happening. And then Logan was pretty much talking a lot of crap to Seth and stuff, how he eliminated Seth at the Rumble, and how he laid him out at Elimination Chamber and all that stuff, and that that Logan's already better than Seth in the ring and all that stuff, how he's a new guy coming in just doing his stuff, and then Seth is the old guy, he's about to be on the way out, and he's already better than Seth. So yeah, that's what Logan was talking about. And then Seth starts talking some crap about Logan, how nobody likes him and all that stuff, and yeah, just a lot of talking crap to each other. So yeah, that's what Seth and Logan was doing. And then Logan was like, Seth was like, "This is enough talking. I'm down for a fight." And then Logan was talking about how he does not fight for free. However, he could fight Seth if it was at a bigger stage and a lot more money and all that. And Miz was like, "Well, you know what? I can make that match happen." And then Seth was looking at Miz and going like, "Hold up, you can make the match happen." Miz was like, "Yeah, I could go pull some strings about it or whatever." And Seth was like, "Well, what are you waiting for? Go back and pull your strings." And he grabs Miz and throws him out the ring through the second rope. Logan kicks Seth in the stomach, trying to hit the curb stomp onto Seth. Seth moves out of the way, and then he pushes Logan into the corner and stuff, brawling with him and everything. And then Miz comes up grabbing Seth. Seth pushes Miz away, hitting a super kick onto him, laying him out. Seth turns around, he gets hit with the right hand by Logan Paul, getting knocked out. And then Logan grabs the mic and he says, "See you at WrestleMania. Oh yeah, bye-bye, bitch." And then he throws the mic at Seth. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though. But yep, great one right there. But yeah, pretty good segment. But still to come later on tonight on Monday Night Raw, we will see John Cena making his return tonight on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Omos versus Dolph Ziggler one-on-one. Now, Mustafa Ali was in the crowd holding up a Dolph Ziggler sign and all that stuff. And yeah, the reason why this match is all happening about is because Mustafa Ali told Dolph Ziggler he got a match made between him and Omos. So yeah, that's what Mustafa Ali said. But yeah, that's what happened there. MVP was at ringside for Omos, and at one point Ziggler was trying to lock on the sleeper hold, but Omos fought out of it. Hits a big boot onto Ziggler, and then hits that two-handed chokeslam onto Dolph Ziggler, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Omos defeated Dolph Ziggler. For that match, I'll give it a half of a star. That's what I'll give it. After the match ended, MVP grabs the mic and goes like, "You wanted to hype a fight, Brock Lesnar? Well, here, just look at this." And this is what hypes up the fight. So yeah, that's what MVP said. But yep, that's what happened there. Like I said, give that match a half of a star. And then after that, we see the Maximum Male model was pretty much talking backstage, and it was talking about, like, look at his physique, it looks amazing, or everything. And then Baron Corbin comes up and goes like, "I really appreciate that." And everybody was like, "No, we wasn't talking about you, we was talking about him." And it was just showing Otis posing with Chad Gable and stuff. And then Baron Corbin was like, "Damn." And then the Maximum Male models, Maxine Dupree, said, "Well, if you can take care of Chad Gable, then we'll consider bringing you underneath our wing as a client." So yeah, that's what he said. That's what she said. And Baron Corbin's like, "All right, bet." So yeah, later on tonight, Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin. But next, we're going to be seeing the Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Johnny Gargano with Dexter Lumis at ringside versus Finn Balor with Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day at ringside. So yeah, it was a one-on-one match between Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor, and it was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. At one point, we see Gargano getting on the ring apron, hitting a cannonball off the apron onto Dominic Mysterio, taking him out, and then he got back into the ring and stuff. Finn Balor then lays him out, hits the drop kick onto him in the corner, climbs up the top turnbuckle, about to hit the coup de grace onto Johnny Gargano, but then Edge's theme song plays. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest goes up the ramp waiting for Edge to come out, but the referee was distracted as well. Looking up the ramp, Edge comes up, pushing Finn Balor off the top rope. He hit the top rope coming down, and then Johnny Gargano was on the ring apron, jumps over the top rope with the finisher move, that DDT, with one final beat, onto Finn Balor, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, Johnny Gargano defeated Finn Balor tonight in a one-on-one match. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, Damian Priest was trying to go after Edge and stuff, but then he gets attacked by Dexter Lumis, which Dexter Lumis quickly laid him out. So yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, for that match between Gargano and Balor, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. Well, I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a pretty good match, but yeah, that's what happened there. Edge returns and gets Finn Balor back. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, still to come later on tonight on Monday Night Raw. John Cena will be making his return later on tonight on Raw. So yeah, that is still to come tonight. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match between Piper Niven and Nikki Cross. But before we talk about that match, there was a segment backstage where we see Byron Saxton waiting for Edge to come out the locker room. Edge comes out the locker room. He starts interviewing him, talking about, what's your thoughts about what happened. Edge was talking about how he's calling out Finn Balor next week on Raw, so he better be there because he's going to be all alone. So yeah, that's what Edge was talking about. But then we get to the next match, Piper Niven versus Nikki Cross one-on-one. Piper Niven makes her entrance right after Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross starts attacking Piper Niven when she was on the ring apron, not paying attention to Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is like on her and stuff, hitting cross bodies and stuff onto Piper Niven before the match and everything. But then we get the match started. It was going like okay or whatever, but we get to the ending of the match where Nikki Cross is trying to hit that swinging neck breaker on the Piper Niven. Piper Niven reverses it, throws her to the ropes, and hits her finisher move, that sidewalk slam or whatever, which was botched and she pinned Nikki Cross with a 3 count. So yeah, Piper Niven defeated Nikki Cross tonight in a one-on-one match. For that match, I'll give it a half of a star. That's what I'll give it. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Elias backstage. Well, we see Rick Boogs backstage trying to deadlift a freaking 18-wheeler. But then Elias comes up to him talking about, what did you learn last week? And Rick Boogs is talking about, I learned that Bobby Lashley put the Hurt Lock onto you and everything. And yeah, that's what he was talking about. And then Elias was like, well, you got to learn yourself. How about this? You go up to that guy right there and say, I want to fight. And Rick Boogs is like, that guy right there? Okay, cool. And he goes up to Bronson Reed, and apparently he was telling him. Bronson Reed comes up to Elias. He goes like, oh, so you want to fight me? All right, good. You don't want none of this. Next week in the ring. So yeah, that's what happened. Elias got on to Rick Boogs about it. So yeah, next week, Elias versus Bronson Reed 1-on-1. So yeah, that'll be happening. But next, John Cena will be making his return. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, we got the return of John Cena. He makes his way down to the ring, but as soon as he gets in the ring and he grabs a mic, even before he even starts talking, the United States Champion Austin Theory makes his way down to the ring, interrupting John Cena. And he comes in there and he starts talking about that John Cena is his childhood hero and all that stuff, and that's why he became a WWE superstar, was because of John Cena. But he said he came out there for one reason only, and that is to challenge John Cena at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. And then John Cena looks and he goes like, no. And boy, John Cena starts laying in on Austin Theory, talking about how he just sees like a ruthless aggression era version, and all that's going to happen is him getting fired, just like how he came close by getting fired and all that. Just talking a lot of crap to Austin Theory, trying to put a flame in him pretty much, to get everything going and stuff. It was just pretty good, you know. John Cena's just laying it in on Austin Theory, talking about a lot of stuff. And Austin Theory gets mad and all that stuff, and he goes like, so you telling me no, and I give you a one-way ticket to face one of the greatest United States champions of all time at WrestleMania, and you telling me no? You say you got that catchphrase on your shirt that says never give up. And you know the funny thing is, you're giving up. You saying no is giving up. And then you got this word on your hat saying respect. Where's the respect at? You don't respect none of the fans that came to see you. And you saying no to me about facing me at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. And he was just, you know, talking to John Cena, saying that. He goes like, you don't got no hustle, no loyalty, no respect, blah, 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 blah. And what they always say is, never meet your childhood heroes, because they will be a big disappointment. So yeah, that's what Austin Theory said. And then John Cena looks up and he goes like, look, I wasn't saying no to them. I was saying no to you. And you got my back against the wall and everything. But the only reason I said no wasn't because, you know, I don't want to wrestle in front of the fans or anything. The reason why I said no is because I'm trying to save your ass, because you're not prepared to face somebody against me, like me, at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what John Cena was saying. And he goes like, but you know what? If you want to, and you're not even prepared, how about this? I'll accept your challenge and everything for a match at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. But just know this, if you lose, that will be the end of you. Because that night, if you lose and then you come out on the next night of Monday Night Raw, just know the fans and stuff is just going to chew you alive, and you will never survive. So yeah, that's what John Cena was saying. He goes like, you got some growing up to do here, and right there. Oh wait, never mind. You need some major growing up right there. Talking about, you know, his private areas. But yeah, that's what John Cena was saying, and he goes like, see you at WrestleMania. He gets out the ring and he goes like, speaking about WrestleMania, since somebody like him don't deserve a spot at WrestleMania, somebody else does deserve a spot at WrestleMania, and that is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes comes out and he gives John Cena a hug, and they was talking on the ramp and everything, and yeah, that was just it right there. Just a cool moment right there between Cody Rhodes and John Cena right there. We need to get a match between those two guys eventually. Like, that match needs to happen. Cody Rhodes right now versus John Cena. That match needs to happen eventually. SummerSlam. Got to happen sometime, or rather, next year WrestleMania. That match got to happen. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then we see Sami Zayn get an interview backstage, and he was talking about how he understands why Kevin Owens wouldn't help him out now and everything. But then he thought that Jimmy Uso was his dog, but now Jimmy Uso's on the hunt for him, and he goes like, you know what, I'm about to go out there and face my dog. So yeah, that's what Sami Zayn said. But yeah, later on, Sami Zayn will be taking on Jimmy Uso one-on-one. But up next, we're going to be seeing Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin one-on-one up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Chad Gable with Otis at ringside, Alpha Academy versus Baron Corbin one-on-one. So yeah, Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin one-on-one. The Maximum Male Models was watching this match from backstage, and it was an okay match. We'll get to the ending of this match where we see Chad Gable hit that rolling through German suplex onto Baron Corbin. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the moonsault. Baron Corbin moves out the way, so Chad Gable lands on his feet. Corbin then grabs him by the throat, hits that chokeslam backbreaker onto Chad Gable, thinking he won the match by then, taunting everything. And then Chad Gable grabs him by the leg, tripping him, locking on the ankle lock onto Baron Corbin, drops down, making Baron Corbin tap out. So yeah, Chad Gable defeated Baron Corbin tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was an okay match. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, Chad Gable finally picked up the win on Monday Night Raw, and that's what happened. So yeah, it looks like Baron Corbin will not be joining the Maximum Male Models. That would have been pretty funny, but yeah, that's what's happening there. But yeah, Chad Gable finally picking up a win for Monday Night Raw now. So yeah, that's what happened there. Still to come later on tonight on Raw, we will see Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn one-on-one later on tonight on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Becky Lynch and Lita make their way down to the ring, and they was celebrating and stuff, talking about how they won the tag team titles and everything, how Lita made history and stuff, coming back to win the tag team titles with Becky Lynch and all that. But it's all because of her best friend, Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus comes down, and they was talking about how it was great and stuff last week and everything. But then all of a sudden they get interrupted by Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Damage Control. They come out interrupting them, and they was talking about how if it wasn't for Trish Stratus, Damage Control will still be the women's tag team champions and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what they was saying. And Trish Stratus was like talking about how she is retired and all that, but she can come out of retirement. And how about this, at WrestleMania they face Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita challenges Damage Control to a match at WrestleMania in a 6-women's tag team match, and Bayley accepts, actually. So yeah, that match is now made official, and then Dakota Kai and Io Sky looks back at Bayley like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden they decide to go to attack Lita and Trish Stratus. Lita and Trish Stratus tosses Dakota Kai and Io Sky out the ring, and then Bayley was surrounded by all 3 of them, and all 3 of them got licks in onto Bayley, and then Trish Stratus was going to hit the chick kick onto Bayley, but then Bayley quickly got pulled out of the ring by Damage Control. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment, but yeah, the match is now made official at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening. But then after that, we see Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa walking to the ring. While they're walking backstage, head into the ring. So yeah, up next will be the main event: Sami Zayn versus Jimmy Uso one-on-one up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was the main event. It was Sami Zayn versus one half of the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy Uso, with Solo Sikoa at ringside. So yeah, we get the one-on-one match. It was a pretty good one-on-one match. Now we get to the ending of this match where Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso's on the top turnbuckle. Jey Uso, he's actually there. He's actually in the crowd, but he's like on the very top stairs or whatever. Sami Zayn knocks Jimmy Uso off the top turnbuckle. Sami then jumps off, but then he gets hit in the air with a super kick by Jimmy Uso. and both of them's down. But then Jey Uso comes running down the steps. He jumps over the barricade and stands onto the announce table saying, "You got this, you got this." So we don't know who's he talking to, but then Jimmy Uso's like smiling and stuff like, "Yeah, I do got this." And he turns around. He almost gets hit with the hula kick, but he moves out the way, and then he pushes Sami Zayn to the ropes. He lifts him up for the Samoan drop, but then Sami Zayn reverses the Samoan drop by rolling Jimmy Uso up for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Sami Zayn defeated Jimmy Uso tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Pretty good match. But before I give my rating, whatever, for the match and everything, we got to talk about what happened at the end of the match. So yeah, Jimmy Uso's just sitting in the middle of the ring all by himself, disappointed that he lost the match. Sami Zayn actually gets out of the ring, but he's like still at ringside and everything. Jey Uso's on the announce table. He gets off the announce table, gets into the ring, gets face to face with his brother Jimmy, puts his hands onto his shoulders and everything, just staring at him and everything. But then he just walked past Jimmy, gets his back turned, and he just walks out the ring, walks right next to Sami Zayn, gives him a big hug. So the crowd is going absolutely crazy that Jey Uso's aligned with Sami Zayn. Everybody's just going crazy about that and everything. And Sami Zayn looking at Jimmy and goes like, You can still leave. You can still leave the bloodline, Jimmy. Like, telling him that, like, there's still a chance for you. So, yeah, that's what Sami Zayn was saying. And then we see Jey throwing up the 1, and then Sami throwing up the 1 as well. And, yeah, it looks like Jey and Sami are back together right there. But then, all of a sudden, Jey hits a super kick onto Sami. The crowd was like, what the hell? And then Jey grabbing Sami by the head after the super kick, talking about, you thought I was going to be with you or anything? No, family's always first. And he grabs Sami. He said, get your ass up, and throws him into the ring. Jimmy starts attacking him. Jey's beating him down as well. Both of them's beating Sami Zayn down. Solo Sikoa comes in there, starts attacking Sami Zayn as well. All three brothers just beating him down and everything. But then all of a sudden, Cody Rhodes makes his way down to the ring, quickly running down there, making the save. They stopped the attack and everything. They looked at Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes is like right there by Sami Zayn, and they decided to leave out the ring. The bloodline did. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff for the match. And what happened after the match, with it all added, 4.5 stars right there. Shit. What happened at the end of the match for sure. But yeah, just really good stuff right there. For match of the night, it's probably Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn. That was a pretty good match. So yeah, that's probably match of the night for me anyways. But yeah, really good segment. I really liked it. Same for John Cena returning. For tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8.5 stars. Actually, I'll give it 9. I'll give it 9 stars because the ending was absolutely freaking great. Just the ending with Jey Uso turning his back on Sami Zayn and then John Cena returning and everything. Really, really great stuff. That's why I'll give Raw tonight 9 stars. Really great show. But yeah, that has been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, World of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for this Friday's Friday Night SmackDown reviews and this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later. Until then.